Yes, guys, what's going on? Welcome to AdamMcKola TV. I am Adam. We are back for another United Daily Live, the place where you get the latest Manchester United news, headlines, transfer rumours, and all that good stuff. As Amad Diallo is set to seal his move to Manchester United, Moises Caicedo, the talented Ecuadorian international, 18 and 19 years old, is he? Continues to be linked with a move to Manchester United. We get the latest on that. Marcus Rojo has been linked with a move back to Argentina with Boca Juniors. And of course, Darren Fletcher, the football genius, is back at Manchester United in a coaching role. But also in the last hour, Manchester United's title hopes were given a little bit as Southampton beat Liverpool thanks to a Danny Ings goal as well, which means Manchester United and Liverpool are level on points. First and second, United are still in second place, but we have a game in hand on Liverpool, which we play before we go to Anfield against Burnley. Now, this time last year, we played Burnley and Liverpool on the bounce, and we lost both of those games. Now, it's a big test of Manchester United and just how far we've come. And if we can flip those scorelines from last year, we could be sitting 6 points clear of Liverpool at the top of the table. A long, long way to go, but a big result for Manchester United and Liverpool today, and obviously Southampton, Manchester City as well, who are back in the mix of things too, given that Liverpool have dropped loads of points. But we said at the beginning of the season, 21 is coming, and now I'm starting to shit myself. But yeah, we'll be looking at all of those things. I can already see loads of your comments in the comments about that game. And of course, we'll be looking at the latest transfer news as well. Now, Moises Caicedo is one that's been linked with Manchester United for a couple of months. We've seen him linked with the club. Now, he's obviously a very talented player over in Ecuador. Plays for Independent Del Valle. And he's already made his debut for the Ecuadorian national team. He was one of the youngest players, or the youngest player, to play in the South American qualifiers in the World Cup. And he's got a bright future ahead of him. He's a box-to-box midfielder. And he's been linked with a move to Manchester United, much in a similar vein to the way we signed Facundo Pellistri, Hannibal Mejbri, Amad Diallo Traore. Manchester United are looking to snap up these young international talents and bring them to the club early doors. We know Brexit rules are going to change things for the way Manchester United can conduct their business in the transfer market. And United continue to be linked with a move for Moises Caicedo. Now, it's believed that optimism is building, and he continues to be linked with a move to Manchester United in his home country, in their media and in their local media as well. And Independiente Del Valle's next coach, Renato Paiva, has said Moises Caicedo, who is being negotiated for a move to England, is 19 years old. He's a starter of Ecuador's first team and product of the school of Independiente. Now, because he's said that he's in talks with an English team, people have put two and two together because of the rumours that have come out before in relation to him joining Manchester United. And they're obviously saying this means that this move is happening. As of yet, it's just rumours. We have heard as well from Fabrizio Romano that Manchester United are in a good, strong position to actually sign him. There's been rumours of around a fee for around 10 million euros, I believe. It may be less than that as well. But it's believed Manchester United have already agreed what could potentially be pay terms with the player, a transfer fee as well. It's just whether they want to continue with this deal. So this could be one that actually happens in this transfer window and we see it come through, or United take their time with it and give him time to continue playing over in Ecuador. But it's an interesting one, and it's good to see Manchester United actually making moves for these younger players. Now, you'd expect us, if we were in for a midfielder, to be in for a defensive midfielder, someone that can sit there. Now, here's more box-to-box from reports and reliable reports of people that have seen him more than I have. And obviously, he would be one for the future, but good to see us in the market for these kind of players, getting them in early before they make moves to other potential European clubs, English clubs, and then in 2, 3, 4 years time, their value is massive. When you can go in for them now, pay a nominal fee, £5 to £10 million. I'm sure there'll be loads of bonuses in that as well, and you pay that fee, and If it goes wrong, you send them, you can probably sell them on back to the country where they come from, or to another European club that's a little bit lower down the pecking order. Make most of your fee back. Probably put in a sell-on clause that will give you most of the money back if he goes on to do well. So it would be a sensible move, but we know these younger players are touted and watched by plenty of clubs. And I'm sure if Manchester United are in for him, there's a whole host of other clubs looking to be in there as well. And it's whether, are United going to offer him the pathway that he wants? I'm sure United can offer him a positive pathway to the first team. And, despite Angel Gomez leaving recently, we can look at various different players and see how they've made their way into the first team. You can look at the likes of Facundo Pellistri, Amad Diallo, Hannibal Mejbri, looking at United and thinking that's the place for me to go and develop. So we do have a good track record, and hopefully, this is another deal that happens, because if the reports are true, and you listen to the likes of Tim Vickery, who know their onions when it comes to South American football, he's a very, very talented player. So let's wait and see what happens with that. But yeah, that's the latest on Moises Caicedo. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you guys know more than me, obviously there's people from all around the world that tune into this show and tune into the channel. So thank you to you all firstly. But also, if you guys have seen him or you've seen a little bit more of Independiente del Valle, then let me know in the comments below. But Moises Caicedo continues to be linked with a move to the club. And by all accounts, he's very close to Manchester United. Somebody that was deemed to be very close to a move away from Manchester United is Marcos Rojo, and we'll talk about that shortly. But what we're going to go into first is, of course, the on this day. Now, we know on this day in 2021 that Liverpool lost against Southampton and give United a little bit of a sniff at the top of the table. But on this day book, Saturday 4th of January 1930, so we're going back, how many years is that? 91 years. Tom Boyle bags a couple, and John Ball and Harry Rowley, one each, as Manchester United notched 4 goals of Blackburn Rovers, who managed one more in a high-scoring First Division thriller. Portsmouth and Sheffield United scored 7-1 wins over Burnley and Leicester City in a goal-filled day for the top flight. So hold on, United actually lost that game, one each, as Manchester United notched 4 goals at Blackburn, who managed one more. So you've said all of that to tell me that we lost 5-4. But on this day we lost 5-4 against Blackburn away from home. And there you have it. So that's what happened on this day in 1930. Always learning something new. Talking about learning something new, if you don't know much about Denis Law, or you want to learn more about Denis Law, check out The Lawman, which is a great documentary. It was on Sky the other day after the game, so I set it for record. Watched it last night. It's a great film. Check it out. We've got a couple of super chats that we have to read out. Joseph Zam says 21 is coming. We need CB and CDM. Please discuss Adam. I'm buzzed over Liverpool's result. Peter Kelly with the super chat also says 21 is coming. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. Bus needs booked. And Con1WS says with the super chat, just want to say, loving the graft you're putting in. Just seeing you on kickoff and Stretford Paddock. Feel a sense of pride here. You do bits. Keep it up. Hope your motor can deal with being up and down the gaff every day. Cheers, bro. Thank you very much for all your super chats. To be fair, my car's been in and out of the garage recently, to be honest. But it's hanging in there. If you want some stats on my car, in the last... When did I get it? So I got it in 2014. No. 2015, I think I got it. So I've had it for five years, let's say, to be on the safe side. So I've had it for 5 years, and when I got it, it was close to zero miles. It wasn't exactly on 0 miles, but I've now done 140,000 miles in that time. So over 30k, or close to 30k a month. Incredible mileage. Dylan Silas says with a super chat, dreaming of 6 points. Can't wait to see Diallo. Hope he can have a Martial-esque first season. That would be amazing. James Wright says, watch the Southampton Liverpool game. They look shaky, and we could defo get at them. Time to turn a corner. Go on, lads. 21 is coming. And I suppose with all these super chats coming in talking about 21 is coming, we got Jermaine also in the chat from Jamaica saying 21 in 21. 21 coming, says flipping icons. Um, 21 is coming, says Nick Kumari. 21 title race. Look, I still think City are incredible favourites, or I would put City as the favourites now because they have been there more recently and done it. But Manchester United are in with a shout. We're in with a shout, and we need to win our next couple of games. It's vital that we win our next couple of games. But if we do, we've got a massive chance, because when you think about last year, all right, we lost them games against Burnley and Liverpool. Let's hope we can flip those scores around this time. And then we went on an incredible run until July, or whenever it was. Now, it had that break in between, which could have impacted the players' ability to rest and recover and go again. And maybe it affects the results. Gareth Gardy got called out by Leeds for saying that. But it potentially could have had an impact. But nevertheless, we went on an incredible run. And our results between January and the end of the season were remarkable. Up there with the best. Now, if we can do the same again, we win the league. It's in our hands. I know it sounds weird. It's in our hands at the moment. But Liverpool will still come back. They'll either buy a centre-back, or, they'll get their players back. Manchester City, I think they win their game in hand, or their games in hand, and they're a point behind us. It's still a long way to go. But if you beat Burnley and you go into that Liverpool game 3 points clear of them, knowing that if you leave this stadium without a defeat, you're sitting top of the league, or Man City may have just sneaked above you by a point, we're in a great position to have a little title challenge. And with the squad that we've got, with the improvements that we've made, as long as we don't get any massive injuries to the likes of Touchwood, Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, Martial, who I think, he hasn't had a great season so far, but I think he will prove to be important. Mason Greenwood's goals, Cavani, when he gets back in the mix, Donny van der Beek still think he'll come in and play his part this season. Paul Pogba, these players now are gonna, we've got a sniff of a chance here. First time since we've been at United that we've really, a lot of these players will really have had a chance. I know De Gea's won it, so it's an opportunity. But it's a long season. We're not even halfway through yet. And I said 21 is coming at the start of the season, with tongue-in-cheek saying because it's 2021 next year, we're going to win the 21st title. Now, as the games go by, I'm starting to believe even more. With the squad we've got, with the likes of Bruno, Rashford, Martial, Greenwood, Cavani, Pogba, Donny, you can win any game with those kind of players. So it gives you confidence, and I can't wait for the rest of the season. I'm going to be a nervous wreck for those Burnley and Liverpool games, but let's hope we can get through them with flying colours. But yeah, thank you very much to all you guys for your comments, your super chats, everything. We've got loads of people in at the moment. Make sure you're hitting that like button. We've just been going through all the super chats and all that kind of stuff. You haven't missed much of the news. So we'll be getting stuck back into the daily news now. And Marcos Rojo has been linked with a move to Boca Juniors now for an Argentinian player to go to Maradona's former club. I'm sure it'd be a great honour for any of them, especially not long after he's passed away and all that, with it fresh in the memory. But they're a massive club anyway. And Marcos Rojo, according to an Argentinian reporter, Martin Arevalo, he reported that Marcos Rojo's agreed everything to join Boca Juniors on a 3-year contract. Now, Fabrizio Romano did come out after that, and he said, let me just find that tweet from him. He said, Manchester United have not received any official bid from Boca Juniors for Marcos Rojo. He can leave the club if a serious offer arrives. He also said, Moises Caicedo deal still at the same point. Talks on with both club and agent. Work permit issue. Nothing signed or done. So that's the latest with Caicedo, and also the latest on Boca Juniors and Marcos Rojo. Now, although Fabrizio says no official bid has arrived yet, that doesn't mean that Marcos Rojo hasn't agreed terms with Boca on a potential 3-year contract, which now leaves Boca Juniors to put forward their official bid and match whatever Manchester United want, or try and meet whatever kind of deal that Manchester United want. So that's the latest in regards to that. and Marcos Rojo. No official bid just yet, but it could be soon that Marcos Rojo is on his way. Now, what I must say, and we got another super chat from Ross, has beat City to reach a cup final, put a second choice side against Watford, been off the Europa, go for the league. That's what United should do. Sounds like a plan, Ross. Sounds like a plan. And yeah, just talking about Marcos Rojo, interesting stat for everyone about him. Marcos Rojo has been sent off 0 times for Man United. Juan Mata has been sent off 1 time. So who would have thought that Juan Mata has been sent off more times for Manchester United than Marcos Rojo? But it's true. Mike Dean sent off Juan Mata at West Bromwich Albion. I think it was in 2015 or 16. So there you go. But yeah, Marcos Rojo could be on his way. I'd be sad to see him go, but it's sensible. It's dead wood. We should be getting rid. Another super chat from David says 4 months time, 21 is ours, loads of quality, second 11. Still got a few areas we need to tighten up in. If you look at right wing, defensive midfield, I think we need a real specialist in that position, as Jose would say. And unless Eric Bailly can stay fit until the end of the season, we probably need to invest in a big signing there as well. But yeah, that's, we're very close to being a very strong squad. Well, we already have a strong squad, but we're very close to being almost a perfect squad, if you get my drift. Get hitting that like button, get subscribing, get sharing, get commenting as well on the day where Darren Fletcher returned to Manchester United. And this is official news. He has joined the club in a role as a coach, a first team coach. So he'll be working with the first team. And he's been speaking about how he can't wait to get started. He says he's thrilled to work with such a fantastic Manchester United squad as he embarks on his new role as a first team coach. It was confirmed on Monday that the Scotsman has returned to the club as part of Ollie's coaching staff, and a 36-year-old is looking forward to the next journey. He said, I'm delighted to be back and excited to work with Ollie, Kieran, McKenna, Carras, Mike Phelan and the rest of the coaches, the players. Some fantastic players to work with at the beginning of my coaching journey. It's a fantastic opportunity and I'm just delighted to finally be in today. My first day in the new job. I spoke to Ali a couple of weeks ago and it's finally getting things sorted to come in today. It's been a unique experience. I've been a player, but now I'm on the side and the coaching staff. So it's a bit different. I'm buzzing and cannot wait to get started. He said, I can't reminisce and catch up and all this. Training session was good, the players were at it, the atmosphere was good, the camaraderie was good. Knowing some of the players, but getting to meet some of the other ones for the first time, it takes a few days. These things will be like getting to know people in my first few weeks. Very quickly they'll get to know me and I'll get to know them and be able to start putting my mark on a few and making a bit of an influence. Now, I'm not one for people to get jobs, jobs for mates and all those kind of things. I'm not one for those kind of roles at Man United. I don't want to see that. But whenever I hear Darren Fletcher speak about football and tactics and those kind of things, he speaks well. He speaks well. And I really like what I hear from him. We got another super chat from Adam Sweeney who says, 21 all the way, boys. Let's go. Thank you very much for your super chats today. But on Darren Fletcher, he seems like the right type of person. Even though we want people to be coming to the club with links, but we also want the right people as well. And he does seem like the right person to be around the staff, be around the squad. And also, when he was at Manchester United, he was a player that at the start, he wasn't the most liked player by some Manchester United fans. He came through, he was very criticised early on. And it took time for him to settle down. Fergie trusted him, and he knew that as long as Fergie trusted him, he'd be all right at Man United. Now, for some players that probably ain't, settled at United yet, or they need a little bit of a push or whatever, Fletcher could be a great guy for them to speak to as well. Not just about reminiscing, like he says, but in giving him them proper instruction and help and guidance. And I think he's a very good addition to the team. And he's very astute tactically in terms of reading and speaking about the game. Obviously, Gary Neville was and is and didn't do well as a manager or a coach. Well, he did all right as a coach, I suppose. He was at England and things like that. But you get what I mean. So Of course, it doesn't mean everything, but I don't think this is just simply a case of, oh, Fletcher's a United lad, he's my mate, let's give him a job. I think there's a reason for this. And United have also made other appointments today. There's one on recovery and fitness. Let me just find the article or the tweet. I think it's on United Report, the ever reliable. So let me just find that. We got another super chat. He says, Demba Dibba says, one sec. Says, Klopp is talking about the number of penalties we had this season. That is when you know somebody is noticing your success. Sounds like somebody's rattled. That will do me. Let me have a look where that was it. So Robin Sadler has joined Manchester United as head of rehabilitation and physiotherapy. And we've seen a lot of these kind of appointments by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and the club since he became our manager. He's changing things off the pitch as well as on the pitch. Some might say he's acting like almost a director of football and all those kind of things as well. But yeah, that's what the latest is with Manchester United's recruitment. It isn't just Darren Fletcher. There has been other recruitment as well in other areas. So that's the latest. So yeah, he's not an assistant. I know Absent Duck might be responding to someone, but yeah, he's not an assistant manager. Vishal says, we're living rent-free in Klopp's head. What watch-along will you be on for the Liverpool game? So, apart from the Liverpool game, every United game this month, I'm on Stretford Paddock. Apart from the Liverpool game where I'll be on the kickoff. And I think the Arsenal game as well. But apart from that, so City... we're on last month, I was about to say Leipzig. So we got City, Watford, Burnley. I'll be on Paddock, Fulham, Paddock, and Sheffield United, Paddock, Arsenal and Liverpool. I'll be on the kickoff. So that's the sketch with that. But yeah, that's what's going on there. Players like Scott McTominay can benefit a lot from Fletcher, says PJ Hands. People keep talking about the most penalties we had. Boohoo. Well, sorry, it's only because we earned them. Yeah, don't stop fouling us in the box, and maybe we won't get many penalties. So there you have it, guys. That is today's news. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all your super chats as well. I appreciate you guys getting involved on the channel and getting your thoughts in. Make sure you're keeping it locked. Like, comment, share and subscribe. And for now, I have been AdamMcKola. You lot have been legends. This has been United Daily Live. We'll be back tomorrow at 10:30 p.m. and we'll also be back as well with the preview for that Manchester City game. See you soon.